Good morning, guys. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. So we are talking about data warehousing concepts. In first two classes, we discussed about the history of data warehousing, BA architecture, and data mart versus data warehouse, and OLTP versus OLAP, and top down versus bottom up. So all these things we discussed. And today, let us understand one more interesting concept, that is ODS, operational data source, right? Now, as we know, if you wanted to get the data from a company, because company data is always decentralized, right? They'll use different applications, they'd use different locations, different servers, whatever be the application and whatever be the server, forget about it. We are going to decentralize data. We are going to be centralizing into the data warehousing, right? So this is what is called OLTP. This is what is called OLAP, or data warehousing. So if you wanted to get the data to the OLAP or data warehousing, which is the technology which we are going to use? That is ETL. SSIS we are going to use, but you have lot of technologies which are available to get the data. Right now, to get the data from OLTP to data warehousing, or it is called as OLAP. So how do you get the data from OLTP to OLAP? So in between you have ETL, right? So ETL softwares are used, but how do you get the data to OLTP? The end users are connected with the front end applications like Java, .NET, for example, yatra.com, maybe a .NET website, java.com, or you may be using SAP or Salesforce. All these are front end applications. So all those applications are going to store the data in the OLTP. OLTP means a database. Remember this. OLTP means a database. This is also a database only. Clear? So OLTP means online transaction processing, where you're going to be storing the data. So OLTP ante meeku em gurtu ravali? Database. Database means it has to be SQL Server, Oracle, RDBMS. So one of the RDBMS software has to be installed in a box. Clear? So where you are, going to be connecting this box with the front end applications, right? Like Java, .NET, SAP, Android. So all the data is going to come. But who's going to be, giving the data to data warehousing? It is completely ETL. So Microsoft is using SSIS. But without Microsoft tool, or do you have any third party tools? Yes, we had a popular tool called Informatica. So this is ETL tool, very, very popular 10 years back, not now, right? Now we have a data stage. So data stage from which company? It is from IBM company, right? And ODI. What is ODI? Oracle Data Integrator. It is from Oracle company. Oracle also has ETL tool. ODI, Oracle Data Integrator. Then Pentaho, right? And Talend. Talend is a free software. Anybody can download and use it. Like that, there are thousand types of tools are available in the market. మనం ఒక్కడే అనుకోకూడదు. So from Microsoft, we have SSIS, right? SQL Server Integration Services, right? So this was the tool. This is the tool from the Microsoft, and which is part of MSBA, right? So we had lot of tools. Ab initio. So Ab initio is one more tool. It is also called as a ETL tool, right? ETLs are nothing but what? Extracting the data, transforming the data, or simply say data import and exporting tools. అర్థమవుతుందా? డేటా ఇంపోర్ట్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పోర్టింగ్ టూల్స్ అనమాట. అంటే అర్థం ఏంటి? డేటాని కాపీ చేసి, సో వేర్ ఎవర్ యూ వుడ్ లైక్ టు హ్యావ్ ఇట్, ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు బి పేస్టింగ్. అంతకుమించి ఏం ఉండదు ఇందులో. అర్థమవుతుందా? Copy and paste. Copy the data from one source and send it to one more destination. Copy and paste. Import and export. Extract the data, transform the data, load the data. అర్థమవుతుందా? సో విచ్ ఆర్ సింప్లీ నోన్ యాజ్ ఎ మోటార్ పంప్స్ కదా. మన ఇంట్లో నీళ్లు ఉన్నాయనుకోండి బావిలో. సో వాట్ నార్మల్లీ వీ డూ, వి స్విచ్ ఆన్ ద మోటార్. ఆల్ ద వాటర్ ఫ్రమ్ ద well going to go to the tank. సో డేటా ఒక దగ్గర నుంచి వేరే దగ్గరికి పంపించడం కోసం మనం ఈటీఎల్ను వాడుకుంటే, అలాగే సో వాటర్ ఒక దగ్గర నుంచి వేరే దగ్గర పంపించడానికి ఏం వాడతాం అంటే మోటార్ పంప్స్ వాడతాం. సో ఈటీఎల్స్ ఆర్ నథింగ్ బట్ మోటార్ పంప్స్. సో ఇన్ ద సింపుల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, యువర్ హార్ట్ ఈజ్ పంపింగ్ ద బ్లడ్ కదా. సో యువర్ హార్ట్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ఈటీఎల్స్ అప్లికేషన్ అరే హార్డ్వేర్ డివైస్ అనుకోవచ్చు కదా. సో అందులో కూడా సో బ్రెయిన్ ఈజ్ కంట్రోలింగ్ కదా, బ్రెయిన్ కంట్రోల్ చేసి 80 times per minute కంట్రోల్ చేయాలి, ఆర్ ఇది పంపింగ్ చేయాలి, ఇట్లా ఉంటుంది. సో యూ హ్యావ్ ETL సాఫ్ట్వేర్ దట్ ఈస్ యువర్ హార్ట్. క్లియర్? యూ హ్యావ్ ఎ స్టేజింగ్స్ వేర్ the kidneys are going to be eliminating the bad things and everything from your blood. Clear? So atla మీ బాడీలో చాలా చాలా టూల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. కిడ్నీ ఈజ్ ఫిల్టరింగ్ ద డేటా, క్లీనింగ్ ద బ్లడ్, and your heart is pumping. So kidneys are nothing but your staging servers and staging databases where the complete data will go, the bad data will come out from the staging. So all the blood is going to go to where? To the kidney. Only the the elimination will happen, the proper blood energy will go into the blood. అర్థమవుతుంది? అలాగే you have a lot of functionalities in your body. The same way we have SSIS, it is going to be pumping the the data and the staging where the cleaning is going to be happening. That is what is your kidney. So a lot of things are happening, right? So without ETL you are not going to get the data into the data warehousing. అర్థమవుతుందా? సో Informatica developers are going to work for the data warehousing projects. SSIS developers are going to be working for data warehousing project. What is the purpose of a ETL? That is the interview question. What is the purpose of any ETL? What is the purpose means? So to what? To dump the data. To dump the data to data warehousing. Okay? సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద పర్పస్ ఆఫ్ ETL అని అడిగారు అనుకోండి ఎవరైనా, ఏమని చెప్పాలి మనం? ద పర్పస్ ఆఫ్ ETL ఈజ్ టు డంప్ ద డేటా ఫ్రమ్ OLTP టు OLAP ఆర్ OLTP టు డేటా వేర్ హౌసింగ్. సో కెన్ ఐ హ్యావ్ ఎ డేటా వేర్ హౌస్? కెన్ ఐ హ్యావ్ ఎ డేటా వేర్ హౌస్ వితౌట్ OLTP? OLTP లేకుండా కెన్ ఐ హ్యావ్ ఎ డేటా వేర్ హౌస్? ది ఆన్సర్ ఈజ్ నో. అర్థమవుతుందా? కెన్ ఐ హ్యావ్ ఎ డేటా వేర్ హౌస్ వితౌట్? So okay, without OLTP, the answer is what, Nana? No. So without OLTP, we cannot get the data. OLTP look at data vellali, akkadi nunchi the data has to come here. So how do you get the data to data warehouse? Means with the help of ETL. So any one of the softwares have to be configured. It is going to be getting the data into the data warehousing system. What is a data warehouse? Data warehouse is a large database, which is a read and write database. స్మాల్ డేటాబేస్, ఇవన్నీ మీకు తెలియాలి. స్మాల్ డేటాబేస్, రైట్? సో స్మాల్ డేటాబేస్ అంటే డేటా జీబీస్లో ఉంటుంది. అర్థమవుతుందా? సో దిస్ ఇస్ నార్మలైజ్డ్ డేటాబేస్. వాట్ ఈస్ ఎ నార్మలైజ్డ్ డేటాబేస్? విల్ డిస్కస్. అండ్ వేర్ యూ హ్యావ్ లెస్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఇండెక్సెస్. క్లియర్? సో ఆల్ ద ఎండ్ యూజర్స్ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు బి కనెక్టెడ్ టు దిస్. అంటే సో Amazon.com తీసుకుంటే ఆల్ ద ఎండ్ యూజర్స్ ఆఫ్ Amazon are going to be connected to OLTP, but via a website, Amazon.in. So the website is going to be connected. So whenever we wanted to buy a product, we go and we are going to be buying the product. మీకు తెలియాల్సింది ఏంటి అంటే this website may be developed using SAP, Java, .NET, SharePoint, ఏదో ఒక టెక్నాలజీ, Android. So the data is going to go to a database. The database is called as OLTP database, online transaction processing and end user. So how the OLTP database, the designing is going to be happening? We discussed OLTP database will be created with the help of a ERD modeling. So these databases are going to be designed with the help of a dimension modeling. Dimension modeling, especially when we use Kimball methodologies. Kimball data warehousing concepts. So 80% of the companies ఉపయోగిస్తూ ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి, so we should know designing a data warehouse. Because if you wanted to design a bottle or a cooker or stove or something, so if you wanted to see something, so somebody would have designed it, somebody would have created that. Designing తర్వాత క్రియేషన్ వస్తుంది కదా. I wanted to construct a swimming pool, designing జరగాలి. I wanted to construct a airport, designing jaragali. I wanted to construct a small house or small, shop, designing is the first. Requirement, what is the requirement? Construct a swimming pool, construct a airport, construct a shopping mall, construct a 1 BHK house. So requirement adi, tarvata em chestam, designing, tarvata coding. Like that, if you wanted to design any application, OLTP is a database, somebody has to design. So how do you design? Is there any principle? Yes, there is a entity relationship diagram concept that has to be used. But if you wanted to design a data warehousing, dimension modeling is the concept that we're going to be using. So after the designing, we are going to be creating the databases. How do you create the database? So with the help of this syntax, create a database. Clear? So create a database, let us say Amazon, whatever it is. So after creating a data warehouse, what you do? You need to create a table. Kada? So a table design, so everything could be goste. So all the designs have to come, right? So if you wanted to construct a house, you have to get the house design plus elevation, internal design, bedroom design, kitchen design, sofa etla పెట్టుకోవాలి ఆ design. So a lot of designs are going to come. Not only house design and only outside kada, out inner room, kitchen, everything. So everything we need to design. So data warehouse means a database. So data warehouse means a database. So data, base will have what? Database will have lot of tables, right? So database will have lot of tables. So you have to have the database design. Next one, you need to have the table design. After the tables, we need to have the relationships, primary key, foreign key design. Then after creating relationship, we have to write stored procedures and everything. Lot of designs are going to come in the data warehousing because database itself is a data warehouse itself is a database. Database into tables, primary key, foreign key, stored procedures, so triggers, figures, everything is going to come. Cursors, all of them are going to come. So everything will have a design. Your cooker has a design, stove has a design, sink has a design, kitchen plate has a design. Everything will have a design, kada. So what is the measurement? How much width I need? What is the size of the stove? What is the size of the the kitchen? What is the almara size? What is the box size? What is the dabba size? Everything has to be designed properly. Clear? Then only your kitchen will look beautifully. Otherwise, nothing is going to happen properly, right? So everything is a design, design, design. So each and every part has to be designed. So from house to the small parts like dabbas, boxes, sofa sets, everything has to be designed properly. Clear, guys? So dimension modeling is very popular. So this concept is given by Dr. Kimball. ERD modeling concept given by Dr. Peter Chen. So designing kuda మనం ఓన్గా చేయకూడదు కదా. Somebody has to tell me this is how you need to design. So this is released in 1970s into the market. Now data modeling is a concept. This is designed in 1990. Even though data warehousing is developed in 1980s. Clear? But this concept is got released in 1990s by Dr. Kimball. Because of this dimension modeling is become so popular. So that is what we got to understand. Clear? So if you wanted to get the data into the data warehousing, we have to have ETL softwares. Now, let me tell you what is a ODS means, operational data source. Let me give you one beautiful example. But before that, let us understand an ODS is meant for operational reporting and supports current or near real-time reporting requirements. Whereas data warehouse meant for historical and trend analysis reporting, usually on a large volume of data. Clear? Compulsory in interview question. What is a data warehouse? What is a data mart? What is a ODS? All of them are databases. ODS is a database. Data warehouse is a database. OLTP is a database. Staging is a database. So all of them are databases. Right? But it is saying near real-time data, large volume of data. It is a reporting requirements. What is this? Let me give you a beautiful explanation so that you can understand very neatly and clearly. So let me think about Amazon company. Like, let me think about any company where you're running a business. Now, let us think about Amazon company has a lot of, places where they're getting the data. Let me say they have some data in SAP, they have some data in a .NET server, but all these are connected to OLTP database. Clear? So .NET, it is a front-end application. It is going to be having a back-end database, OLTP database. It is Amazon India data, Amazon America data, Amazon Dubai data. Like that, they may have different applications, right? So all the data we are going to get decentralized data. Data warehouse is going to be centralizing the data. So the decentralized data will be centralized. Clear? So when we have ETL, so I'm going to be using SSIS package, all the data is going to go here. So sorry. Okay. All the data initially where we are going to be dumping, all the data is going to be going to one more server. So this server is called as, what is the server? Staging. So staging means temporary. So stage server or staging server. What server it is? It is also a database server. You need to buy hardware, install Oracle or SQL Server. In that, you need to create a database called Amazon Staging and dump the data. Data cleaning is going to happen in this cleansing. Clear? So now, so we are going to be dumping all the data to where here. So how we are going to be dumping monthly? So what is the sequence? Daily morning to evening, you are not dumping every month 31st midnight or next month first. For example, today December 1st, right? November data would have dumped on the first morning itself, first morning of every month. Clear? The previous month data you may be getting it. That is a schedule. So only once in a month you're going to be dumping the data to where? To staging. You're going to be cleaning the data. Cleaned data will be with the help of what? SSIS packages. Okay. So this is again ETL. You need to have one more motor. Kada? So to get the data from this database, again we are going to use one more motor to get the data, and all the data is going to be loaded into the data warehousing. This already we knew it. So this is already we knew it. So, but what is ODS? We'll discuss one by one. Okay. Now let us talk about current month data. So this is OLTP data. This is OLTP data. This is what is called OLAP, data warehousing data. Clear? So we have OLTP, OLAP, everything is fine. Now there is a problem here. I will explain. What is the problem? So this is what is called data warehousing. Now I am creating a cube. Cube is going to be getting the data, processing the data. Ardhamautunda? So data warehouse is going to simply store the data. But after storing the data, somebody has to process the data. Processing and argument, doing some summing operations, finding averages and minimum, maximum, lot of things need to be done. So data warehouse always is a database which is going to store large amount of cleaned and historical data. Now this is what is called a cube, SSAS cube. So cube the cube is going to be aggregating the data. In simple example, I have a 10 and I have a 20 here. I wanted to know what is the total. Total is 30. Clear? So I am going to be aggregating the data. You may ask me, sir, can't we do the totaling in data warehousing? So you can do the totaling here itself. For example, I have one table, use iBank. I have some table here, or I use Amazon, right? I have Amazon data warehouse, right? So I have a table, Amazon data warehouse. There is sales table, select star from the sales table. Clear? So, fact sales, the table name. So let me show you. I have some table called some sales table. I don't have any data. So can't I sum the data, sir? There is a sales amount I would like to sum it up. Can't we sum? We can easily sum like this. Sum of, sales amount. But why we are not doing? So the column name, why are we not doing? Why are we not creating this kind of a things? We can do that. We can get some data. We can get something. But what will happen if you have 50 billion data in this table? Okay, somebody is loading the data. This database is getting the data. Let us think this database is getting the data. So much of a data somebody is loading, and after that you're trying to, do this kind of a queries on this. So this has to be executed where? In this application itself. I told you, one cook, one chef is also preparing the food, and that guy is also serving the food. Serving, he can do it. That is not a problem. But the problem, cooking and serving for one or two people is very, very easy. If I have 5 customers, I can cook the food for 5 customers. I can distribute the food. Serving also, as a cook, I can do it. But there are 5,000 people in the dining hall. I am a chef. Now I am preparing the food and I am also going and serving. I can serve. But what is the problem now? 5,000 people preparing the food itself is very, very difficult. Now you're taking, I will also serve the 5,000 people. So you will go mad, you will become restless, and you will resign the company and go. So when you have so much of a data, you can write the queries and get the some operations like this. It can do it. A chef can serve also, but the problem is the chef will become restless. Clear? So whatever the data warehouse you're having, whatever be the hardware that you're having, it is having so much of a data, and the same person is also responsible for doing one more work: cooking the food, serving the food, cooking the food, serving the food. Now you will say, sir, I cannot handle the job. You have to recruit one more guy. The one more guy is called as a cube. అర్థమవుతుందా? One more application is going to come. You have so much of a data warehouse can sum it up. But why we are not taking the data warehouse help? Data warehouse, we are telling, hey, data warehouse, you only cook the food, you store the data, you don't do anything else, because you will become restless, right? So that is very, very dangerous for the software industry when it is doing everything. So tomorrow what will happen? Reports will take a lot of time. Why? 5,000 people cook and serving means the customer will not get any food. Customer will give badly feedback and they resign. They go from the hotel, right? They say only one guy is there. He's taking care of everything in the hotel. Now, if I get a tomato curry, I'm not able to get the second curry. It is very, very slow. Clear? So the problem, two people have to be recruited. One guy is called a cook, he is going to be making the food. One guy is called a steward or a waiter, he is going to be serving. Clear? And you have one more guy called accounts department where you need to make the payment. So different applications are included or designed. Ardhamautunda? So we have to get this data. Cube is going to be aggregating the data. Now aggregated data is going to go to where? In the report. So you create lot of report like SSRS and blah, blah, blah. Clear? Now any report you can have. You can have report with SSRS, or you can have report with Excel also, or report with the Power BI. Anything, one reporting tool. Now, the question, I am getting a monthly data. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? I got Jan data here already, February data here, March data already there, April data there, May data is there, June data, July data, August data, all the data is available here. There is no problem, right? So you have September data, you have October data, November data also went when 1 week ago. So I can see in the report till November sales, right? So let us think about the business is started in 2000, right? So every month, the year 2000, the business is started, or year 2010, the business is started. So every month, the data is going. So you are going to be having the data year 2010 to current year 2021, but till November data only available. Clear? Why not December data? December data is going to go to the data warehousing when? In the next month first morning, or next month second or first. So previous month data will go. Clear? So now what they will do? So here every month Amazon may keep 6 months data, 5 months data. What normally they do, for example, if they have January completed, February completed, March completed, then for example, you are in the April. So what will happen? So they are thinking that, so we have to keep only 3 months data. 3 months data, we need to keep it in OLTP. So now April is also over. Okay. When the April comes, what they do, they store January data, February data, March data, April data. When they're getting it, they delete this month data from here. Clear? So they have February, March, April of current month data. So then April is also over. Then the May starts. Clear? What is the rule? Agreement is OLTP should have only 6 months data, 3 months data. So what will happen? So every month they store the data, but 1 month data will get deleted in this. Clear? So always you maintain 3 months data here, but this is going to be maintaining from 2010 to 2011. So like that. So last month data. So they'll have October data, they'll have November data. Now they're having December data, right? So last 3 months data, the current month data, current year data they're maintaining. So when you go to Amazon side, they will have a 3 months data or a 3 years data or a 1 year data like that. So what is the rule here? OLTP should maintain only 3 months data. According to that, the BI application would have been designed. That is perfectly fine. Now they have stored November data. That is fine. So in this report, what is that I can have? I can see the sales till November. If I wanted to read a report, in the report I can max data I can have till November only, right? So November sales only I can see. But what is that I cannot see? I cannot see December sales. What is the December today? December 9th. I wanted to also know December 1 to 9th sales. I would like to also see this. Okay. But already November data you have, dumped on December 1st. So last month data you got it. But what is the requirement by this end user? The end user means business user. He wanted to see not only November data, but also till date data. Till date. So today is 9th. So still at least yesterday he wanted to see some data. So, but do we have this data here? We don't have. But when the package is going to run, the package is going to run monthly in once. We cannot run whenever we need it. So that is not the thing. So everything is automated, right? So monthly once, either 31st of midnight or next day morning, the packages are going to run. So usually the next day, the packages are going to run. It is going to be bring the data. So they got the November data. Everything is fine. So 2010 to 2021 November data, I can have it. But what is the requirement of the manager? I wanted to see till yesterday also. But how do I send this data? So normally we cannot send everyday data. The data is going to come every month. So what should I do to handle this data? If I need this data, so what I should do? I have to go and SSRS report has to connect here. SSRS report has to connect here, or it has to connect to get the last 10 days of data. Now the question, I have to go to different places. I have to clean the data because the data may not be cleaned. So I will have a lot of issues because till November I'm able to get it here. But last 80 days of data, this data is not available in the OLAP system, right? Data warehousing system, because this December data is going to come in the January 1st itself. But now manager is asking, give me last 80 days of sales as well. To get the 80 days of sales, it is available. This data, this server is for the US. This server is for, India. This server may be for, Dubai. So I have to go to every places and get the data, do lot of things. So lot of issues are going to come. I will not be able to get this data. So that is the problem. So what normally we do? We have to implement one more computer, one more system. That system is called as a ODS. So we have to implement one more system. So this is what is called operational data. It is near real-time data, operational data. This is one more RDBMS. This is also database. This is also one more database only. We have to, buy one hardware and install SQL Server or Oracle, create a ODS Amazon. So what you do, you are going to be dumping the data. So monthly you're supposed to give the data. We stop this. Okay. So what we are going to be putting here daily. Okay. So daily midnight, one day is over. The daily data, where it goes? Daily data goes here. So it is not going to go here. So this is not there. This connection is broken. Okay. So the data is not there. So daily data, for example, December 1st data is going to come here. December 1st data will come here. December 2nd data, like that. December 8th data also last midnight would have come here. Okay, so every day data, you're going to be performing a daily basis midnights after 1 o'clock at 12 o'clock, the date changes. The data is going to come like that. The data is going to come for 30 days. We're going to be keeping 31 days here. Clear? So once the 31 days got over, 1 month is got over, and this data from ODS, from here, we are connecting monthly. So we create one more schedule to this SSS package. It is monthly. అర్థమవుతుందా? So you will be able to get 30 days of data of the previous month. When 30 days got over, this 30 days data will go here. Clear? Again, the December month starts. When the December month starts, again I'm going to be getting the data. I'm going to be getting the data, daily data, cleaning the data, dumping into here. So I have the data till 8th of this month. Yesterday is 8th, right? So 8th, no, 9th is going on. So this report is going to be getting the data from this till November, and till yesterday, so December data, it is available here. So December data is available in each server. It is a ODS server. So this report is going to be getting the data from this server as well. So it is a near real-time data, means very smallest unit, but last 8 days of data. This is going to be storing the complete 2010 to 2021 till November. The data is here. So this is a large volume of data, historical data, right? So here we are going to be dumping every daily data. We are going to be keeping it here for 30 days. Clear? Like that 9th, 10th, 11th, December also 31st gets over. Now after 31st, what we do? We take complete December data. When we are going to take January 1st morning, we are going to take complete data. All the data will push it here. Okay, we'll push it here. After pushing it, what we do? We clean this. We have to remove the complete data from here. It will become empty. Clear? It will become empty. December data also gone. So when the January starts, Jan first data, second data, like that. So the customer needs what? I need a December report, plus I wanted to know till date sales also. What is the till date sales? Till date sales are available every midnight. You're going to be getting here. So first and second one. So this server is called as a ODS. Clear? Operational data source, because I need not connect directly to this to get the 2 days of data. Clear? And I have to clean it. So already I'm going to be cleaning and dumping into ODS machine. From the ODS, I'll be keeping for 30 days. When the 30 days got over, it is going to go here. Then it is going to come as a December data. Then next month starts, I'm going to be bringing the data. Clear? If the customer needs a November data or December data plus the extra, the variance. Okay, after December, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 15 days got over. The 15 days data I wanted to get it means that is available in your ODS. So ODS అంటే near real time data. చాలా మంచి fresh data ఉంటుంది. Another 3 months or 3 days or 30 days or that. It is near real time data, small amount of data from data staging server to ODS to where? ETL to this. So when you run this, when 30 days are finished, 30 days got over, then you run once the package, it is going to be loading it here. Then you delete all the data. Again, the February month starts. Clear? So that is how ODS is also one more RDBMS database. It is going to be storing a small amount of data, near real-time data. And why do we need to use this? Because in sometimes reporting, we'll have historical data plus very, very near real-time data also I wanted to have in my report. So what is the meaning? I wanted to say yesterday's sales also in my report. Clear? If that is the case, So the people are connecting to ODS servers. అందులో మీకు ఏముంటుంది నాన్న, the after loading of this data. So daily data is going to come here. So monthly data is going to go. If you wanted to get the sales of till November month or December month, it is available. But last 10 days sales, if you wanted to get it, so the data wouldn't have gone to data warehousing, because data warehousing, running data warehousing every morning, every evening is difficult. Why? Because on top of the data warehouse, you have to also run SSAs. Then you need to also refresh. So this is a bigger servers and a bigger data running every 1 hour, running every minute will cause lot of performance issues. So this is not allowed in the real time. So running everything, daily, midnight, that is not going to, run, because if you're shaking something here, it will take a lot of time. If something corrupts, then there's a big problem here. So once in a, day, once in a hour, they will not be able to run this service, and they will be refreshing or loading the data once in 20 days, once in 1 month, once in 3 months. That is how we're going to be getting the data into the data warehouse. Because if you get the data, you have to run this SSIS job as well, because it has to, aggregate. Because when the new data comes in, for example, tomorrow the new data comes in, so 10 plus 20, 30 plus 5, 35. So again, I have to remove this, the aggregation which was done earlier. I have to again recalculate all the numbers, right? When you have a billions of numbers, recalculating will take a lot of time, right? It is not so easy, right? If you wanted to cook for 5,000 people, so it will take 1 day of time. But if you wanted to cook 50,000 people, it will take more time and more energy. It is not so easy, right? So adding more people in cooking, it's not so easy in the real time. So you need to have a plan accordingly. So loading the data into the data warehousing on daily basis, morning basis, not so easy, because you have a large amount of data here, and on top of that you have a large amount of cubes, and which are going to be getting the data, refreshing the data. So cubes are going to be aggregating the data, aggregating and argument, summu, minnu, maxu. So when you have a large amount of data, summing calculation will take a lot of time. But we don't ask only one sum, we ask lot of sums. What is the India sales? What is the sales in India for last month? What is the sales in India last 5 years? What is the sales in India for a product called Apple iPhone? What is the sales in India for Sony Bravia TVs? What is the sales in India and Australia in last quarter? Like that, lot of sums you are going to be asking, because that is what is your requirement as a business manager, right? So we are not talking about only one sum. అర్థమవుతుందా? We're talking about multiple sums. For each and every sum, the cube has to be, getting the data and aggregate the data, keep it ready, right? When you go to hotel, will you ask only one item? I need chicken pepper roast with less spicy and less salt. That is one requirement, right? One more requirement, I need only the paneer but without cheese. So like that, 5,000 people are giving 5,000 requirements to the chef. Chef will go mad. Nobody will take only one food, right? సో ఇప్పుడు ఇస్ అలా కార్ట్. అలా కార్ట్ అంటే మన ఇష్టం వచ్చినట్టు ఆర్డర్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. బఫే అంటే రెడీమేడ్ ఫుడ్ కదా. సో వెన్ యూ గో ఫర్ అలా కార్ట్ సిస్టమ్, సో the different people are going to be asking different dishes. I need a total sales, can you give me? I need a total sales in India last 1 year, can you give me? I need a butter chicken with the less spicy, can you give me? I need, only the meat, red meat with more, spicy and less pepper, can you give me? So different people will have different report requirements. For each and everything, the cube has to get the data and process it. It is not so easy when you have more and more reports are developed, and more reports are asking different aggregations, and different aggregations has to fetch the data from the data warehousing, and it is, loading the data on top of that. It is very difficult, right? So loading data to the data warehouse every day is completely not very good, right? So once in a week, once in a month, once in a 2 months, the data is going to go. Remaining data will be available in your ODS. ODS stands for what? Operational data source. Once the month is over, we are going to delete the data. Clear? We never ever keep the data in the ODS. We also never keep the data here. So when you get the data, you also, for example, you're loading 500 GB of data here. Out of 500 GB of data, right? So every month you are getting, let us say, 50 GB of data you are loading. So after 50 GB of data, cleaned data will come here. What is the clean data? Clean data, let us say 40 GB. 10 GB of data, what they do, the 10 GB of data will be thrown, okay, thrown to the garbage. So it will store in the one more Excel sheet or one more place. This is a useless data, right? So this is a bad data, it is thrown. So 40 GB data will go here every month. So once it is loaded, we'll be deleting all the data here. Nothing will be there. It is also completely empty. Again, you will get next day data. Next day maybe 60 GB of data. So you clean the data, the clean data will come. So from here it is going to go. And once in a month, we also clean everything from here because push the data is available here, right? So we are going to be maintaining the data for how many months here? So only 3 months. Again, so when the January gets over, when the January data also gets started, we are going to delete, not we, the companies are going to delete the data of the one more month because the data would have been already captured. Clear? So OLTP always maintain last 3 months of data, last 6 months of data, or 1 year of data depends upon their business requirement, the business understanding. The data warehouse is going to store from day one when the business started in 2010 till today. All the data is going to be stored in the ODS system. Only the current month or current day sales are going to stored. When the month gets over, all the month data we're going to be dumping here. This data also will be deleted, truncated. So everything will be empty at the starting of a month. Clear? So they load the data from ODS to this one. Then again, the next day data is going to come. So that is how you need to understand what is ODS. ODS means near real-time data. Clear? So that I wanted to analyze in my reporting. So that is what is the requirement. What is ODS? Relational, operational data source, which is a more like OLTP data, very fresh data, but lost 5 days data, lost 1 month data. So that you're going to be having. So your reporting is going to be having till November or December. You will be able to get the data. Last 3-4 days data is available in the ODS. This is also one more database, RDBMS computer. Clear? So that is what you need to understand. SSIS2 data cleaning. This is a database. From this database to this, you need to bring it. You will have one more SSIS in between. To bring the data from this database to this database, you have to develop one more SSIS package. Clear? So this is one package. This is the second package. Now this is the third package. So to load the data from here to here, you clean. After cleaning is done, from here to here, you need to dump. You need to have one more SSIS. So daily it comes here. So daily it comes here. From here, it is going to go to monthly. Clear? So this is what you have to know. ODS is meant for operational reporting and supports current or near real-time data. Data warehouse, large volume of data, and analysis of the complete data. Clear? So any questions?